So the big definition, the trigonometric functions of a real number t, let w of t equal xy. In other words, w of t is the wrapping function. Let w of t equal xy, where xy is on the unit circle. Then we're going to define the sine of t, cosine of t, and the rest using the same definitions, SOHCAHTOA, that we used before, except now the triangle that we draw, that I drew above, or like one I drew above, is contained inside that unit circle. So what that means, that has the effect of making the sine of t, well, it's still y over r, but what is r on the unit circle? It's 1. So I want you to make the connection. It's the exact same definition. That's the beauty of it. It's just now we're thinking of t, the input, not as an angle necessarily, but as a real number, and it expands what we can use these trig functions for. So sine of t is just, it's still equal to opposite over hypotenuse, which is opposite side being y. It's just the hypotenuse is 1 in this case. So same definition as before. Make that, students who don't make that connection are really confused by what we're doing here with real numbers as opposed to angles. Okay, and then the cosine of t. Okay, SOHCAHTOA. You're going to hear me say that word so much you're going to be sick of it. The CAH part of SOHCAHTOA. Cosine equals what? Adjacent over pi. It's the same. The adjacent side, we call it x. And the hypotenuse is 1, so we don't need to write x divided by 1. It's just x. And then the tangent. It's the same darn definition, you guys. In form, anyway. The input's different. The input's a real number here, not an angle. So what's the tangent of t? Opposite over, the TOA part of SOHCAHTOA? TOA. Opposite over adjacent, which is just y over x. It's the same as before. Y divided by x. And then the cotangent of t, we just use the reciprocal relationship. So tangent t, cotangent t, take the reciprocal, what do you get? X over y. Secant of t. Yeah, it's the reciprocal relationship. If this is x over, if cosine of t is x over 1, 1 over x is secant. And cosecant, well, you got it, 1 over y. In other words, the reciprocal of the sine of t, which is y over 1. So the beauty of this is, if you know SOHCAHTOA, you know this. It's just you have to remember the hypotenuse is equal to 1. Gosh, why didn't I just say that to begin with? Because you needed to know the other stuff too.